Okay, so if you are a signatory, you have to send in your BVN.
To run the account.
Okay.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is this. For example, some corporate accounts may have about 4 or 5 signatories. And the mandate may be maybe you to sign. Those people that are required to sign, either as signatory A or signatory B, if any of them has not signed, you cannot run the account. But those, I mean, if any of them have not submitted his BVN, they cannot run his account. But those that have submitted their BVNs, they can run the account, if that will satisfy the mandate of running such accounts.
Okay.
All right, we've got another phone call coming through from Fumi, who is calling from Oshogbo. Hello, Fumi.
Hello.
You have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Please go ahead.
Please, I would like to know, for someone that is married, like my own case now, I have an account with a bank in my maiden name. And I have an account in another bank with the name that I'm married to. And I've dropped my BVN in the bank that has my maiden name. So I really don't know if it has been leaked or not. I didn't get any SMS, but I've not tried to use the ATM probably to withdraw money or anything. So I want to know if my BVN is going to be linked to the account.
Thank you,
Okay.
Shay. Oh, did I just say Shay for me? you know, this issue of Shay Fatokun and Shay Adeosu. So
All right,
we have this case.
That's a classic case.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting point to note. And that's one of the issues that was raised when we started the project. So now you're married, you have 2 accounts. One with your maiden name, one with your married name. You've done the enrollment conveniently in your married name. You take the BVN to where you have your maiden name. Of course, they can't link it. You have to go through the process, and everybody knows the process of change of name. In the banking industry today, there's a process. So you've just gotten married, you need to run your account, but you must show some proof that your name has changed. Statutory. So once that is done, the banks will update your records. And by updating your records, it means they will write to NIBS, right, that your name has changed. Do you get me? And then NIBS will update. But in her case, there's no need to write to NIBS. They'll just update her name in their own system and then link the account.
After doing the change of name.
Yes.
Okay.
So this BVN, I mean, how does it work with the NIMC?
Oh,
Because they say, look, if we have to get data, the same biometrics that NIMC is getting, the same that BVN is getting, the same that immigration is getting.
Everybody's getting.
Almost every now and then, our fingerprints are everywhere.
It's going to be wiped out soon.
interesting point, Chamberlain. And I'll just speak on the periphery. I'll allow my director to complete it. There's a concern, and that concern was raised at the highest level when we started this project. In order to alleviate those concerns, we went into a partnership with NIMC. So rest assured, today, the end result of that partnership is that for NIMC's enrollment, you have a pre-enrollment process. NIMC has agreed with the bankers committee that our BVN enrollment process will be their pre-enrollment process. So for everyone that has a BVN, that NIBS provides that record to NIMC, NIMC will issue a name.
But NIMC never asks for BVN when you're about to go register.
No, they don't. And they don't have to.
So how does it function as a pre-requirement?
So I'm saying that NIBS will provide the data offline to NIMC. NIMC will generate NINs, provide those NINs back to NIBS. NIBS will communicate to people that have the NINs, because we already know your number, we know your BVN, we know your bank account.
So how does it play out if I did my BVN and then I go to NIMC and then they're asking me, let's get your fingerprints?
All right.
If I tell them I've already done my BVN, I don't need to do
And
this.
I give them my BVN number for
Will it work?
Yeah.
Will it work?
It works up to the extent that I've explained. So you don't need to go and enroll. I haven't enrolled, but my data has been passed to NIMC. NIMC is going to generate NIN and provide to me. The onus of passing it to me now rests on NIBS to make sure that I get my NIN. So I Sheyi, will not go to NIMC to do a fresh enrollment.
Okay. And now, Musa Nicholas wants to know, will the BVN be used for tax purposes?
Big question.
Money, BVN, money, account, tax.
I hope it's not. I know Musa must be a law-abiding Nigerian. He will want to pay his tax. But it's also said that no matter how wide the dog is, you cannot guard two houses. You concentrate on your owner's house, so to say. Issues on tax has to do with Federal Inland Revenue Service. And of course, we leave that to them. But one unique thing is that with the BVN, all your accounts in the banks are linked. So whether that will be used in future to ensure that everybody who is taxable actually pays or tax, I'm sure it would be premature to comment on that now.
Okay, and Sir Gilo, I don't know where he is, but is asking, what about customers within the Scandinavia?
Yeah, we're looking at that. That's part of our, I mentioned, mainland Europe. Scandinavia is the next pet that we're looking into, and we've asked questions for Norway, Sweden, Finland. We would like to set up at least a center in those 3 locations. Okay,
and looking at it will mean looking at it very fast because you have a deadline.
We have 2 weeks.
Okay. We've got Femi calling in from Ife. Morning, Femi. Do you have what's your question?
Hello.
Morning, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. I had an issue when I went to the bank last time. Yeah, good morning.
Whoa, Femi, could you turn down the volume of your TV set? It's howling back at us.
Okay. Hello.
Go ahead now.
Yeah, I had an issue the last time I went to the bank. I wanted to pay some money into another account, and I was asked to provide my BVN number. And I was wondering why I needed to provide my BVN number, because I wasn't even paying the money into my own account. I was paying into someone else's account.
Okay, he wants to pay.
I think he's still online, but it's not coming through in the studio here. Okay, I think they should sort that out. And then, Femi, just bear with us. We'll sort that out and get back to you. So,
but the bit we have, he wanted to pay money into someone else's account and is being asked for BVN. Does it work like that?
That's not the plan.
Let me just put in some words. There's no requirement that if you want to pay money to somebody's account, you have to provide your BVN. And you can even see that in the instructions that we have given now, that even if you don't have a BVN, you can still have cash inflow, you can still have electronic inflow. But you see, what some banks were trying to do before the expiration of the deadline is to do what I call aggressive sensitization, so that they ensure that anybody who gets into the banking hall for whatever transaction, whether you are their customer or not, actually has a BVN. It's not a requirement to make deposits into their account.
Okay, let's see this from Bayo later before we go. He has issues with the level of security because he's saying using short code on mobile network to check BVN means that there's a level of security that is weakened.
If you ask me, today we do transactions over a mobile network. If you have a GT account, you do *737 and you make payments. It's basically the same thing.
You're exposed to the same kind of...
So what is the impact of that security lapse is the issue, is the question that needs to be raised. So you intercept my message and man in the middle, you pull my BVN. All right, so you have my BVN. You can't link it to your account. You cannot access my funds through it. There is nothing that portends any danger in that space.
Even though there's a total of 199 billion naira fraud between 2000 and 2014, which has happened over this e-banking as a result of reckless management of customer data as published lately. But you said there's a law that you're working with the National Assembly to ensure that if anyone mishandles your data, they will eventually face the music.
And hopefully these figures will drop.
And I don't even, I can't authenticate this. It sounds outrageous to me. Yeah, but what we know is that with the BVN, fraud related to identity theft will reduce, which will find to be completely eliminated.
All right. Mr. Dipo Fatokun is the Director of Banking and Payment System Department of the CBN. I also have Mr. Sheyi Ademosun, who is a Project Manager, BVN Projects, Nigeria Interbank Settlement Systems PLC. So if your money is missing, that's the matter.
That's the matter.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you both for coming. Thank you. All right, we'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.